Hey, Tony Carousel, New Haven Independent Newsbreak for April 10th, 2023. Plenty of things going on today. Today was a Board of Alderman meeting where Jason Addison and was sworn in as a new mayor, and also Jackie Brown and Gary Rustage sworn in as new aldermen. Let's get started here. First off, first order of business, just over the weekend, basically had the uh, the Easter egg hunt. There were two Easter egg hunts, and I wrote a couple. I wrote a story in the this week's paper. But here's a few highlights from the egg hunt in the city park on Saturday. I shot a few of the three and unders because they're just getting used to trying the whole idea of collecting eggs, whereas the a little bit of the older kids get a little bit more competitive and a little more ruthless. So here's a few of the three and unders as they're waiting on the sidelines, just ready to pounce on eggs that are right within their sight. And parents and grandparents all encouraging the kids too. Got some fun pictures of the kids out there picking up eggs. Some kids seem to have a real natural ability for it, and some are a little bit dubious as to what am I doing here? Why am I picking up these eggs? It was a lot of fun. Also here, Lance Strohecker from Ask for Glass showing off one of their fine art glass eggs, which are really quite wonderful and collectible, and of course, only one of a kind, very unique. Um, Lance told me that they had 45 eggs on Saturday morning, and by the time they got done Saturday afternoon, they had sold more than 30 of those 45 eggs, which they were very happy, along with a good day of other glass art sales too. And then they were of course giving demonstrations, and then they also conducted at noon their own Easter egg hunt. So a lot of people started out early down at Ask for Glass, and then once they did the egg hunt there, then they went up to the city park and did the other Easter egg hunt up there. Sponsored by the Lions Club. I had gone to the soft opening last Friday at Zydeco, the new restaurant, the new Cajun Creole restaurant in Herman, and I happened to catch a picture of the Baumstark family of Danny and Ruth Baumstark and all their kids and son-in-laws and grandkids and or whatever that were all there. It was a fun picture and really lots of fun to see them out and also to see and experience the new restaurant in Herman too. Also last week there were auditions for different parts in the play of Big Fish, which is I wrote a little story about that, and you can see here. There is music director Ken Tucker on the left and director Tara Stevens on the right, and they were auditioning one of the possible future cast members on the stage there, and just getting they were setting up the music so that each of the individual cast members could basically demonstrate their musical skills. I wrote a little story about this. Also, this past weekend at the Huff Garden of Hermanoff Winery, Teresa Long and Kim Carr, a couple of artists that I've known for quite a while. Teresa is a painter, watercolorist, oil painter, and she was exhibiting a lot of her botanicals work in the Hofgarten. And then Kim also had a bunch of pieces too. And Kim had a very interesting slant on things where she's been documenting farm animals that are in danger of going extinct. So some farm animals, which aren't as the more popular species, some of those have basically diminished in numbers over the years because they have not been the most profitable and maybe the easiest to maintain in terms of as a farm animal. So anyway, both had really beautiful pieces for the art walk this past weekend. And then finally, tonight's Board of Aldermen meeting. This was George Panhorst's last appearance as mayor, and they do a thing called the Sine Die, which is, or if you spell it, if you're not pronouncing it like you would if in Latin, it's sign and die. That's which basically means that if you translate, and I had to look it up on Google Translate, Sine Die means without day. So meaning basically an unending, basically transfer of power without an end. So today was the Sine Die, and George Panhorst handed over the reins of power, basically his chair, and at this case at the Public Works conference room. And you can see Kathy Trentman has a big smile on her face, and George was telling a few stories, essentially about his career as a mayor, and they were very heartwarming and a great way to sort of encapsulate his career. And a lot of his family members were there in attendance too to watch the whole proceedings. And so I will also post I shot video, so just like I have been in the past, we'll be posting that in the next couple of days on the Independent News Facebook page, so you can catch the highlights of this month's meeting. Also, let's see here. And then George presented Jason with a plaque for becoming the new mayor. And then, of course, George leaves the building, and the new mayor and the new aldermen are sworn in. So Jason and Jackie and Gary all get sworn in by Missy Behringer, and then here is Jason in his new spot. So he takes over George's seat and presides over the forthcoming Board of Aldermen meetings for the future. So congrats to Jason and Jackie and Gary. And it was really quite a nice meeting and very efficiently run. So you definitely did feel, if you were in the room, New Haven still has a feeling of a camaraderie, which I found very heartwarming as I was there. So even as George handed over the reins to Jason, everything felt still all connected. So it was really quite nice. So anyway, we'll be writing a story about what other different things that passed and during the Board of Aldermen meeting, and essentially different little details about the transitioning of from George to Jason. Also, one final thing: on Wednesday, the American Legion will be having the usual blood drive. So on Wednesday from 1 to 6 on this coming Wednesday. So if you're a blood donor, probably the most efficient way of doing it is if you have the app and you've signed in before, you can do like sort of a pre-register. So a lot less waiting. And then, of course, you don't have to go through, giving them all your information. If you do use the app, all that's already put into their database as you check in and and give blood. So anyway, I would like to thank today's sponsor, which is Beff and Berger Mutual Insurance. And thanks to Beff and Berger for allowing us to bring you the news in social media and also in print. So with that, this is Tony Carosello signing off. New Haven Independent News Break. Thanks for watching.